AITA for telling my whole family I don't love them because I'm the affair baby no one wanted anyway. I, 15F, was born out of an affair. My mom, 38F, cheated on her then fiancé, the man I now call my stepdad, though legally he's my mom's husband, with her best friend's husband. Yeah, best friend's husband. Apparently, it was a brief mistake that somehow still lasted long enough to create me. What makes it more twisted? After all that mess, nobody broke up. My mom still married her fiancé. The best friend still stayed with her husband. Both couples had their own families, and I got added into the middle of this blended family that looked good from the outside but felt like hell from the inside. Growing up, everyone pretended like nothing had happened, like I wasn't living proof of betrayal. I always felt like a ghost in someone else's house. My mom and her husband had 2 kids before I was born, my half-brother and half-sister. On the other side, my biological dad, the affair partner, had 3 kids with his wife. But I lived with my mom's family most of the time. From the start, it was obvious I wasn't one of them. No one said it, but everything screamed it. My siblings would team up against me, blame me for anything that went wrong. If something broke, I did it. If someone was upset, I must have said something. I'd get accidentally pushed too hard, told I was annoying, excluded from games and jokes. When I was 7, my sister locked me outside the house and told me I should have never been born. I was barefoot in the cold crying. When I told my mom, she said I probably provoked her, that maybe I should learn to be less dramatic. Even as a kid, I felt it. I was the outsider. I wasn't her kid, I was her mistake. My mom never beat me. She fed me, dressed me, showed up to school stuff when absolutely necessary. But there was no affection, no warmth. No, I love you, unless someone else was watching. She treated me like a responsibility, not a daughter. Like I was a job she didn't apply for, but couldn't quit. The man she married, her fiancé during the affair, never pretended. He never called me his daughter. He never smiled at me, never came to my plays, never asked about school unless I messed up. He called me by name, and only if he absolutely had to. When my half-siblings broke a rule, they got a soft talk about making better choices. Well, I did the same thing. I got lectured like I committed a felony. It didn't matter what it was, curfew, grades, even tone of voice. He always made sure I knew I didn't belong to him. My bio dad, still married, still with his wife. I'd visit their side on holidays or birthdays. His kids weren't mean, just distant. They never included me, never asked how I was doing. I was a technical presence, not a person. Once, when I was maybe 10, one of his kids gave me an old hoodie they didn't want anymore. I remember it vividly, not because I needed it, but because it was the only time anyone from that side did something remotely kind. That's how low the bar was. An old hoodie felt like affection. When I was 9, we had a birthday party for one of my cousins. Everyone from both sides was there. One of my older half-siblings dared me to eat a cookie with nuts in it. I have a serious nut allergy. I said no, obviously, so they thought it'd be funny to smear the cookie on my face. I had a full-blown reaction. Face swelling, throat closing, ambulance ride. It was terrifying. I could have died. In the hospital, my mom cried. Said I scared her. But when I told her what happened, she brushed it off. Said they didn't mean it like that. The sibling who did it got grounded for a weekend. That's it. Her husband didn't even visit me. My biological father never called. That day, lying in a hospital bed, barely able to breathe, I realized something. I didn't love them. I didn't even like them. And I wasn't going to keep pretending. After that, I went into survival mode. I gave everyone just enough effort so they wouldn't accuse me of being ungrateful. But I stopped trying. I stopped hoping they'd change or start loving me. I became quiet, polite, and emotionally invisible. To them, I was a roommate. To me, they were strangers I had to live with. And they seemed fine with that. As long as I kept my head down and didn't rock the boat, nobody cared how I felt. I wasn't included in family vacations, wasn't asked to help plan anything. They never said it aloud, but the message was clear. You are here, but you're not one of us. Last weekend, my mom decided to plan something she called a family healing weekend. She invited everyone, both sides, cousins, aunts, siblings, parents. Apparently, she wanted to rebuild trust and strengthen bonds. I already knew it was going to be fake. Smiles that didn't reach the eyes, hugs that were more like handshakes. Still, I went because I didn't want to cause drama. Turns out, existing was enough to cause drama. We were all gathered in the backyard. Someone made a joke about me causing drama just by breathing, and my mom laughed. Not a nervous chuckle, like full-on laughed. Like it was the funniest thing she'd heard all day. And that's when I broke. I stood up and said I didn't love any of them. That I never had and never will. That I was done pretending to care about people who've made it clear over and over again that they don't care about me. I said they were my family. That they never treated me like one of them, so I stopped pretending I was. The silence afterward was deafening. Then the yelling started. My mom begged me to take it back. She was crying, saying she tried her best. Her husband called me vile and said he should have put his foot down with me years ago. My half-siblings were screaming about how I was a selfish brat and how they gave me a home I didn't deserve. Even my bio dad's kids, who usually never said a word to me, jumped in. One of them told me I was cruel and spitting in the face of people who raised me. Now I'm grounded, writing this on a glitchy old fire tablet my mom forgot to confiscate. My half-siblings glare at me anytime I'm in the same room. Her husband just stares like he's trying to burn a hole through me. They say I crossed a line, that I was disrespectful, that I hurt them. But what about all the years they ignored me? What about when I almost died and they laughed it off? What about the silence, the distance, the exclusion? I finally said what I'd been holding in for years, and now I'm the villain? I didn't say it to hurt them. I said it because it's true. I'm tired of being a prop in their happy family fantasy. I'm tired of pretending that a house full of people who don't love me is a home. And I'm tired of being punished for simply existing. I'm not looking for pity. I just want to know, was I really that wrong for saying it out loud?